Hello, everybody, and welcome to another great episode of the Gridiron Glory podcast with Tad and Will here, bringing you coverage of all 32 teams in the NFL. And yeah, we're here to talk to you today about the Arizona Cardinals versus the Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins ended up sadly losing this game 28-27 on a last-second walk-off field goal on another heroic drive led by Kyler Murray. 26 of 36 here, 307 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, no sacks allowed in this game. Tua Tagovailoa, the starting quarterback for the Dolphins, did return. He went 28 of 38, threw a 1 touchdown, no interceptions though. The offense looked very well put together. The team looked very well put together, all in all. But you just hated to give up that last game walk-off field goal for the Cardinals.
Yeah, a very tough way to go out in the return of Tua. A lot of hype there in Miami, and they looked a lot better. I mean, there's no question that with Tua back, the offense looked a lot better, but not quite enough to put away a resilient Arizona team who wins on a walk-off field goal by Chad Ryland in back-to-back games. So big moments there. Just Kyler Murray was out there impressing very much, and a big day for Trey McBride, the tight end as well. 9 catches for 124 yards on National Tight End Day. So where would you rank Trey McBride amongst tight ends in the NFL?
In the NFL,
Yeah,
I mean, he can be sneakily good sometimes.
again, he's
A solid enough tight end.
a very quality young tight end. He just keeps growing. I see him as a tight end with a lot of potential, and when we get up there, he could be one of the better tight ends in the league someday. Marvin Harrison Jr. also had a pretty big game, 6 catches for 111 yards and a touchdown for the rookie there. So a big day there. Also a touchdown catch for Michael Wilson. So the Arizona offense, they kept themselves in the game, and then obviously, as we mentioned, that walk-off field goal. So they do what they do. Buda Baker with 12 tackles, a pass deflection, a tackle for loss. So solid day there for the safety, who's one of the better safeties in the NFL. So yeah, a big day there. And then looking at Miami, we saw Devin Achane have a big game, both running and catching. 10 for 97 rushing, 6 for 50 and a touchdown receiving. Where would you rank Devin Achane among dual threat running backs in the NFL?
Devin Achane, to me, is a dynamic running back who is a playmaker, who is versatile. You can utilize them in the running game and the passing game very well, like you just said. I would rank him, I mean, probably a top 10 running back, really.
He sure can be. He definitely has that type of build that he does a lot of good. He does a lot of good. Raheem Mostert also does some good. He had 2 touchdowns. Not a lot in the yards department for Mostert, only 19 yards, but he did get the 2 touchdowns, so that was a credit to him. But yeah, just the offense for Miami. It's no question it looks a lot better with Tua back, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, you bring back the starting quarterback to Tagovailoa. I mean, this offense, was designed for him. These weapons were designed for, him to build a system around it and develop a playbook. I mean, the playbook's designed for Tua, so you have your starting quarterback back now, and I mean, he played a good game, but at the same time, giving up the walk-off field goal was just extremely unfortunate. I mean, especially when you took a lead late in the game, going into the fourth quarter, you had a 27-18 lead, and that did get blown.
Mm-hmm.
A very frustrating loss for this Dolphins team, really.
Certainly, it felt like it was a game that they were in control of the game most of the game, and then just at the end, Arizona just came roaring back. Um, I honestly, I feel like that's more of a credit to Arizona for the way they played at the end of the game.
And
Obviously,
now you
go,
and now you look at Arizona; they're in a very tightly bunched NFC West now.
they are.
4-4 for the Cards, Niners, and the Seahawks, and then 3-4 for the Rams. So this NFC West right now is very jumbled up,
Hmm.
and crazy enough for the Dolphins outside of Buffalo. I mean, wow.
Yeah,
But Tua Tagovailoa, the starting quarterback, has a chance to lead a comeback as he's done before in years past if he stays healthy.
for sure. Yeah, this would have been a big win for Miami to get. If they get this win, they would have been 3-4. But 2-5, that's going to be a lot to come back from. But we'll see what they do. This is a team that has the potential to turn it around now that they have Tua back. So we'll see if they can move towards that.
And I mean, for the Cardinals, I mean, Kyler Murray, I mean, the Cardinals are a contending, competing team now. A team to be taken seriously in the NFC.
Yeah, they're a team that they could potentially contend for a wild card. I still don't think they'll end up contending much for the
There's still a
division.
lot of season left.
But yeah,
So we're not even at the halfway point. We're probably what, like a good little bit over first quarter mark of the season.
well, they're 8 games into the season, so they're about halfway there. A little less than halfway there.
So yeah, you still got. We'll see what happens in the second half of the season for a lot of these teams.
Mm-hmm.
But a solid enough start to stay competing and stay in contention for the
For
Cardinals.
sure, for sure.
I don't really have any other final thoughts on this game unless you do.
For Arizona, they'll be playing Chicago next week in Arizona. That'll be a 3:05 start Central Time, and for the Miami Dolphins, it doesn't get any easier. You have to go on the road, take on your division rival, the Buffalo Bills, at noon Central. So that'll be but if you want to start trying your comeback, you got to prove that you can beat a team like this. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, no, absolutely, Tad. So we're gonna definitely see how that goes for sure. So a lot to be looked out for there, a lot to be said there for how this NFL football game went. Yeah, Cardinals win 28-27. Be sure to like, subscribe, and follow on the Gridiron Glory podcast, where we cover all 32 teams.